From his defensive point in the newly reclaimed Gain Vale in Ulthuan, Orion was relieved to finally make contact with Alariel the Radiant of Avalorn. In a brief coded message, he was brought up to date on the fall of the Vale. Nakari, greater demon of Slanesh, had seduced local dissidents and corrupted a vast portion of the populace of Safari to his will. Then, in a combined arms, the greater demon and the newly raised devotee armies of Safari marched on the magical forest, overwhelming Alariel and her defenders. In desperation, she took her surviving people and launched an attack on Nagaroth, claiming the province and the greater prize of securing the Sword of Cain and its twisted power. Her hope to use the sword to bring down the greater demon and purge Slanesh's followers before the blade's corruption warped her mind. The Vale had already been attacked numerous times by the depraved, murderous bands of devotee armies since Orion had secured the region. His archers had been working tirelessly to scythe down any and all that would step foot into this hallowed place. His numbers had nearly recovered from the initial assault on the Dark Prince's minions, and the hunt would soon come for every single one of his followers to the very last. None would escape the retribution that was to come. Lorelorn was healing with promising speed. Lord Findle moved amongst the boughs with his rangers to quickly cut down the vile beastmen that seemed to spring endlessly from the very shadows of the trees themselves. The men of Middenland were quick to reclaim the holds lost to chaos, and through the assistance of their weak god Sigmar, the buzz of the plague drones will be that of a distant nightmare. There was still the threat of the Wanderer. Wulfric and his raiding Norskins had the Imperials of Nordland on the back foot, as several towns lay smoldering, or in the savage hands of the Northmen. The Beastmen had also infiltrated Avalorn itself once more, were quickly fleeing from the wrath of our spellweaver Viljan, and would not pose a threat for too long. Lord Daith had acted swiftly, noticing that Belegar Ironhammer himself, the exiled ruler of the once magnificent Karakate Peaks, was gathering dwarves to his side to attempt another invasion of the Great Forests. Their goal to claim a large swath of land for logging and strike a few grudges from the Great Book. While not at full strength, Daith's warriors were grimly determined to purge Avalorn's roots. Any and all trespassers, dwarves would be slaughtered like all the rest. Let it begin. And welcome on in everyone to part 10 of our Orion campaign. Our Great Stag here is trying to take out our Glade Captain, but we are going to get right on into the battle against Clan ANGRUND. We've got 3 armies facing off against Lord Daith here. There's a single one here with some Thunderers being kind of the main scary force of that. Much more Dwarf Warriors besides. As well as Belegar coming in with a whole heap of Quarrelers and some more Drabi Warriors. And then his Thane and some more Thunderers. Should be a pretty tough fight there. We have hidden all of our trees in the woods all together for one massive wave of wood and death. And we'll have the main line crashing on in as kind of as long and wide of a line as we can to envelop and destroy the Dawi quickly. We've got very high melee attack, or melee defense rather, but that doesn't do so well for them when they've been completely enveloped. So let's get this battle going. We'll make sure all of our arrows are focus firing down those Thunderers to start, and then we can have our 3 lords use their bows to drop the enemy lord there. Let's get to it. Well, my first group of Thunderers is our first target, absolutely. Let's start blasting away. We're going to actually draw these guys off to the side here. They both really missed. Alright. Bit embarrassing. Firing down the back line should work out quite a bit better. Since the Thunderers are in the back, we're going to scoot them all together forward as one group. Pretty decent bit of damage down the line. Rush on over and get the Prey of Anathrema on who we need to. We'll pull you guys through, and we can charge them in to hit the Thunderers, or whoever we need to. Good about a moment. Alright, everyone, get on in there. Let the battle be engaged. You guys go ahead and rip apart those miners. You guys just smash into the Thunderers. Come on back and let those arrows fly at the proper targets there. Absolutely annihilating those Thunderers. Which is awesome to see. You two don't get involved. Instead, come stand in these woods here. Everyone else, get on in there. Take a little bit of damage on the way in. I'm not going to drop their melee defense to stay the course there. Keep blasting. Alright, Waystalkers, you guys switch targets. Should be able to run over the surviving Thunderers, no problem. Alright, go ahead and start launching the shots into those miners once more there. Sprint on into melee. The Treekin are taking a long time to get into the fight. We have completely enveloped that group. The reinforcements have arrived, but they're going to take their sweet time getting on over. In fact, we can probably bring these Way Watchers around and have them harass the group coming on in. Kind of hide over here in the woods, and we'll let the Eternal Guard take the fight to them. The Treekin just smash on through. Pull you guys out. Drop melee attack and defense of everyone in the fight here. We'll pull the Blade Captain just over to the side. You can just kind of step over. We'll go with Prey of Anathrema on the Long Axe Warriors there.
Eternal Guard. The Great Hunt.
Charge right on in there. Great Stag should do fantastic work to the enemy Dawi there. Dawi charge, they say. I'm gonna go ahead and drop in the extra melee defense on the War Dancers there. They're taking a lot of damage. Winning their fights per se, but we'll want to be careful with them. Alright, now that they know they're there, let's go ahead and pull back into the woods a little ways. Waystalker, you come back on over.
Lord of the Glade.
Charge on in and break them. Let the trees completely surround and destroy. The long axes are going to be a problem, but if we can let the swords come in and fight them, that would be definitely preferable. You come on away from the fighting once more there. Blade Captain, just charge in and break the Lord. Let's have the trees pull back and get another charge in.
Defenders of Orion. For Eldrasor. For Ariel.
Eldrasor proud, lads. Alright, now we bring the Way Watchers out and have them start launching some arrows down towards these Quarrelers. Belagar is going to be an issue, but we won't be able to really do much to him. We really just need to keep these guys kind of bogged down in the woods. Blade Captain should be destroying the enemy Lord there, but let's pull on back. Yep, freeze, give him another charge. Break who's left. You come on over and lend some aid to our archers here, who are going to need to pull back. Definitely going to go ahead and need to pull back. Getting some good shots in where we can. Let's go ahead and hit these Thunderers.
Awaiting orders.
Eternal Warriors are going to suffer quite badly, but we can zoom you on over.
Listening. Attack.
Really good damage there. We can go for the Prey of Anathrema, but I think it'd be wasted on the miners. I'm going to try for a dash through the woods to weaken the melee attack and defense of everyone fighting our Eternal Wardens there. They're going to lose the fight, but help them out a bit. Come on away from that.
To arms.
Break them. It's just the Lord, so we're going to pull the trees through. Dryads too, come on in. Getting shot at by everyone at once, that's not great. Prey of Anathrema to the Thunderers and pull the Way Watcher into the woods. You charge in and break these miners. Come on through. Looks like most of the Dawi there are shattered. We'll have you guys chase off those Thunderers, so we don't have to deal with them coming back at all. And one group of Eternal Guards chasing. You two come on through. Same thing with the Dancers. He aways. Watch those squirrels. we can be smart with it. We can use them to mostly do friendly fire damage. The Eternal Guard are slowly starting to break.
Great Lord of Athaloran.
Launch some shots where you can. Looks like she is no longer chasing the boy here. You two come on through.
As you command. At pace.
And just ignore the Lord there that's trying to take you guys down. We'll switch it out of the melee attack, but I will switch over into the missile resistance mode.
Azrael, attack.
I don't want any of them coming back.
Hand of the forest.
Alright, we're starting to lose the lads in the woods there. Alright, so you trees, go take down these quarrelers. Let's go through this way first. Eligar's pretty quick. Alright, how's the arrow duel going? Actually not bad.
With pace.
But we're starting to take some hits. So let's come on and pull back a bit.
Swiftly.
They're not really meant for a prolonged missile engagement.
Acknowledged. To battle.
Go ahead and crash in and take them down. And the war dancers too. Alright, trees, go do your thing. Let's go ahead, everyone in one big group. If they want to stop them, they'll have a really hard time. So everyone is moving all as one group there.
Bring them down.
Into combat.
Way Watchers.
Take down the guys in the back.
Hiding in wait.
Let's go for Prey of Anathrema
Blade captain.
on this group of quarrelers here. These dwarf warriors are going to get annihilated.
Understood. Azrael
Pull you on out of
warrior.
this group.
Understood.
And actually, I've got someone that has arrived from maintenance, so what I'm going to do is pause the battle real quick, and we will be right on back. Alright, we're back. Just a good old-fashioned fire alarm check. And straight back to the battle. We had the Dryads completely running over these quarrelers here. Those guys got smashed in the woods. Easy, easy.
Archers ready.
But instead of annihilating the one that's already being fought by the Dryads, go ahead and pull through. We do one of these battles where we do most of our damage to... We can move them through to take down the Thunderers there. Our Turtle Guard are back. They can actually move in and try to shut down those Dwarf Warriors. And it looks like, well, they've spotted my troops. Oh no. Pull on away for a moment. Looks like he's having a pretty tough time actually dealing damage.
Now we
Go ahead and dive back in there, do some more
Way Watchers.
deadly goodies. Way Watchers, go ahead and have one of you move forward and deal with these Thunderers that are trying to take some shots.
Break them. Kane.
You can start trying to bleed the Thane there. Go ahead and fire on this group's back line. Go ahead and try to pull the trees through.
First up. With haste.
Let the Eternal Guard kind of fill the groups in, and then we can keep attacking from there. Our Eternal ones are going to take a lot of damage. You can feel that no problem, especially once we claim the Barak to ourselves.
Warriors of Ariel.
They're gone. Way Watchers,
Way
switch
Watchers.
targets.
Weapons
These Thunderers need a hug.
Aim fire. Dauntless Azrael.
Go ahead and pull you away from the Thunderers there. Keep taking down these Quarrelers, want to chase them all the way off the map. Trees, turn around and deal with them. Go ahead and get the Lord out of the fight there. Absolutely annihilate that group. But War Dancers, you need to stay in.
Ready and waiting. War dancers.
And they should not come back.
Way Watchers.
Go for dealing with these dwarf warriors with great weapons. Looks like Beligar is taking a lot of damage himself. Absolutely awesome to see. Dryads are running guys off left and right here. Run, stunties, run. Oh yeah, no, you're going to get shunned incredibly aggressively. We are going to be losing some of our Eternal Guard there, but they fought very hard. Move in and break them. Drop the melee defense on this group, they're gone. It's just all Beligar even runs. The Iron Hammer himself. Well, that works out for me. The battle has... Well, actually, no, we're going to actually chase them off that way because we were attacked by one of these armies here. So let's make sure that none of these Dali live to see the light of day, and I will catch you all in but a moment.
Glade Guard Commander.
Alright, we'll take the victory. Yeah, they ended up losing to the last two guys there, decided they were done and they disbanded back to the wilds. We can grab some more Eternal Guard with shield easily, or we could upgrade them to the Wildwood Rangers with shields, either way. But we have slain Beligar. What I did is I made sure he had just the tiniest bit of health so they wouldn't recruit in another lord to defend the settlement. And we should be able to easily take them with an auto-resolve now, especially if we replenish the captives by abducting them. Alright. Arbgu comes on in to attack Icarin there. Not much of a fight. Sorry, Beastmen. We'll give this one the auto-resolve. 166 fall, and we will go ahead and... We've got a lot of golds filing on in, so we're going to go ahead and abduct these captives as well, keep our momentum up, and make sure there are no more armies of the Shadowgave nearby. Rathmus was slain in battle. Grim Draxslayer was slain in battle. All sorts of our foes were taken out, and Circe is now upon a Great Eagle, which we are definitely going to keep her there. Much harder to take down our mage when she's flying around on an eagle. All's Anvilsmith, an outbreak of fire in the forest is generally a bad thing, but not when this one is foraging the finest weapons, however. Just for winning a battle, Daith gets armor and weapon strength, which this makes sense since he is Daith. 4 banner as well. Beautiful. After defeating Beligar, he gets more melee attack and more leadership during subterranean battles only. Oh, only intercept battles too. Interesting. That's very interesting. Very specific. Several ambushers. Polis is back ready for duty. Makes sense. We've got some whispers in the woods over here in Lorelorn. Oh, I can't wait. Hopefully you're ready there, Findle. These have always been pretty nasty.
Proud son of Athelloren.
He is now upon an eagle as well as the rest of his troops there, so let's go on over and see what's going on in the forest. We could slot him in a mage real fast.
Ephius speaks to me.
Let's use her for, so basically I've recruited in Othiode, which she has some pretty good perks there, being Ariel's Chosen. She's got more melee attack and Winds of Magic, so more melee attack in forest battles, and more Winds of Magic power reserve when increasing overall. And she is also a Mage of Shadows. We've got a bunch of her skill points in Stealing Technology, though. Getting into a battle here with Findle would be a good call. Let's get rid of one of our mini Glade Guard. Ban these guys here. Hopefully we can still handle the forest nonsense. We'll move right next to it.
Seeking unseen paths.
What would you have with me?
We'll bring Othiode over to join Findle's forces.
Rule grant me gifts.
Wiggle on over. And then we deal with the forest problems. Onward.
I go then.
Okay, so the Elves of Lorelorn frequently trade with the humans of Midland. Some of these traders have attempted to defraud the Elves. Hordes of men are unwilling to help. Maybe violence can solve the problem, however. If we spare them, the Treekin will be unhappy. We'll lose growth, control, and leadership. If we punish them, we lose 20 relations with all of the Empire factions. I mean, honestly, they should understand that we shouldn't be... Ooh, that's a lot of good trade. Either way, we gain some health to the forest. Unhappy tree spirits for 5 turns. You know what? Yeah, no, this time we'll go ahead and spare the Empire. They attempted to defraud us once. If they do it again, though, we will punish them with extreme prejudice. We'll spare them for now, though. Tree spirits will be mad, but we'll make a lot more gold, and hopefully be able to get some better deals with the Empire. They won't get a second chance, though. Merely because the men of the Empire have been a useful pawn.
Glade Lord, at your service.
Alright, Findle. We can go ahead and send Othiode out then to start stealing tech, or we'll leave her to do battle with the war herd here.
I concur.
We won't declare war on them just so they don't know that I'm going to be attacking them. We can get as close as we can and jump them from there. 20,000 gold sits in our treasury at the moment, which is awesome. Let's go back to Athelloren first before making any other kind of decisions there with what we are spending. Book of Ages is still 5 turns out from the next upgrade, but we will go for the Branches of Gur for sure, giving us access to 1 more Spellslinger, and then dropping any corruption in the area that there might be by an additional 3. King's Glade is looking nice. You come up to try to join Daith's army here. And Daith, we can have you charge on in and break these last two Dobby warriors. War Banner is... That's pretty solid. Let's give this to our Glade Captain. And then Daith can be the quick boy. No, we'll give it to the Waystalker. 57 speed on foot is not bad. He is moving. We will go ahead and... Let's sack it first, and then we'll just occupy afterwards. Be a bit cheeky to the Dobby. Gonna make them dislike us extra, but that'll be alright. We gain equal amount anyway.
Lord of Athaloran.
Alright, Lord of Athaloran. I think we definitely want to go Speed of the Hunter and Rain of Spines. All of the extra passive buffs we can grab for the squad. And then we'll grab... Raven Athrema is so great. We'll grab Sight Beyond Sight. And then, yeah, we definitely want to get another access to prey of Anathrema, so we're going to grab Fleet Finger so we can fire more arrows. Ooh, everyone's got skills. Love, love, love to see it. Gonna take a second to actually pass all these out, though. Tala, boost income. And then, since you were now riding upon... Did we switch you off of your stag by mistake? No. Perfect. We'll go for Violent Delights, then. Speed and Violent Delights will be great. Let's go for the... Violence first, though.
How can I assist you?
Voltirin will give you the extra training. You're fast, you can fire quickly. Let's go ahead and grab Sprite Control then. Make sure we don't have rebellions popping on off.
How can I assist you?
For Icarin, our Glade Lord over in Bretonia. Love to start working on Quartermaster, but that seems like a bit like a waste. He's got Bolts of the Forest, and what else is this army fielding? Spearmen and War Dancers. I think we'll try to keep this army as either Wardens or Spearmen of such. So let's go ahead and come on in and just upgrade him in the meantime while we still figure out what we're going to go for the rest of his army. We'll grab Prey of Anathrema, and then I think it would be a bad idea to increase our overall post. 20% more post-battle loot is so good. Just make sure we always are able to upgrade anything we want. For Penthesilea, who has finally been added on in here as a name. Going to be quickly one of my favorite Glade Captains. I don't want you on an Eagle, though. You belong on a Great Stag as a Daughter of Ares. And then we'll go for the Violent Delights. Although, making sure her arrows do maximum damage is very important.
Lord of Athaloran.
Danos, we're going to grab the two passives, the Marked by Kronos and the Kinbound Captain, so more ammunition and more charge bonus during forest battles. Circe is, fairly well maxed out. I'll also grab the last point into Flesh to Stone. I'd love to start unlocking the Mentor skills very soon, but in the meantime, we will just grab the Steel Technology. Likely we won't be taking her out of the army at all, but if we do, we can send her on out to snatch some scrolls. For Deliena, who is on a Great Stag, which is my favorite of the mounts, we'll give you... Spell resistance is probably not a bad call, but I think more melee attack. Oh, Tempered Rigor is both. Beautiful. Yeah, the Wood Elves are just fantastic. We can get 20 points into the defensive dedication skill up. And I think we'll probably keep putting that into that one as well. Keep on dumping the points into melee defense. He trains day and night. For Orion, we have got a lot of the good stuff here already on in. He's pretty well maxed out. Can we grab... more growth would not be bad. Lightning Strike would help out quite a bit too, because it gives us more movement in radius. I'm not going to go for the secondary point of this unless we start fighting against a lot of extra armies, but the extra movement I quite enjoy. And then we will also go ahead and grab the last point in the growth of the forest for control and 20 additional growth. Then we can start working on his martial mastery. I think we'll just go for a melee defense on him as well. He's already got a lot of attacks, so we can start making him a bit more tanky as well. Sounds fantastic. One of Orion's kind of biggest weaknesses.
Blade Lord,
He punches really hard, but he doesn't really defend himself at all.
anything is possible. Can I offer assistance?
Ikrin. Can we do any upgrading in your forces here? If we get back into Athel-Loren, we have, I think, access to everything that would take the armory in one more turn. So let's wait a turn.
These are dark times.
They have taken Canel back. Again, I don't mind Arguilan losing some ground. It's going to force them to make the decision.
You're not right in the head!
Hmm.
You need me?
Yeah, we're going to stay here for the turn. I would like to get on out, but we can
You called?
stay here. We'll defend Carcassonne. If they come in after the Kingsglade, we can deal with that, no problem. Bilden,
I share the forest's thoughts.
you versus the Feastbringer.
Very well.
Should go quite well. Yeah, that's a bunch of gore. Awesome on the barbecue.
For the king and queen in the woods.
Indeed. So there are no captives. Okay,
Isha
we're not going to
requires
question that at all. But there's only no captives if we choose to send them back. Blast, young stag, all sorts of goodies.
I weave the living forest.
Okay, then we're going to have you go into March. And come on over to the Oak of Ages.
Garlanded with flowers.
That keeps everything pretty well defended. If they go after Paravon, I am completely on it. You shouldn't have got so overextended there, Arguilan. This is a mistake I make regularly. You should be able to recover, no problem. We'll grab Replenish Troops, stimulate growth for our Branch Wraith Thil Vokus here. And Lucas was saying that allying with Alariel up here is actually going to get us access to some of the specialized dryads that only she gets access to. So all of the different treekin that are Alariel based, we can get through her alliances, which would be awesome. Interestingly enough, they have reclaimed the Shrine of Cain. I know she has claimed it at one point. She may have done so by bringing down the Lord that had it previously. But Alariel at one point did own the Shrine of the Sword of Cain. I wonder who has it now. Oh, no one. I think grabbing the Sword of Cain is going to be something we want to do, but I don't know if I want to give it to Orion. I like his spear quite a lot. Maybe once we grab one of the other lords, such as Daith. Alright, Akka.
Defender of Athel-Loren.
We'll have
All
you
hail Kurnos.
try to weaken the garrison of
I will
Force of
open.
War. He succeeds, awesome. Yeah, that makes it really easy for Orion to come on in and crush these Slaneshi dogs here. Perfect. And it says decisive victory. I think we could probably do better than the Auto-Resolve will, though. Auto-Resolve likes to give Slanesh lots of kills on the charge. So let's go ahead and fight this one ourselves and try to break them. Ooh, they all have all of the Dark Prince's slaves blind anyone they come into contact with. That would be why they fight so well. We gotta keep these guys well away from us. Alright. Well, the settlement battle does make this a little bit more dicey. We're gonna completely ignore the reinforcements and just charge straight on in. We're gonna capture these points quickly. They have no range units themselves, so we can kind of harass with the slaves, or the Cliffshifter shards. We're able to harass the slaves of darkness with said Cliffshifter shards. Ryan up front. Same thing with all of our other lords and heroes and things. We'll have you come on around with the Way Watchers and two of the Eyes of the Forest. I didn't realize I grabbed all three of these guys and they're not gonna cooperate.
For the eternal realms! Your command!
Something more like that. Waystalker can be up front. We'll have Galron's Enigmas defending them with the Glade Guard with Fire Tips as well. I want my Healing Mage next to Orion. Then we'll have all of our Knights taking the fully opposite side here.
By Kurnos!
Perfect. We'll have the Glade Riders up front. They are a bit more expendable.
Riders ready!
The enemy towers are going to be a bit more deadly than normal, simply because Chaos Towers seem to be just that way. Alright, well, let's grab our Spear Dancers here. Then these two can roll with the main Archer squad. Perfect. We're going to want to try to keep them back so they're not getting torn apart by the Slaves of Darkness, but I think they'll be alright in the meantime. Infantry, the boys, and let's get this battle started. Alright, so you guys move forward to start chucking things at the Seekers of Slaanesh. Sounds great. Slowing them down so they're not going anywhere also sounds great. And we'll move you guys up one at a time here. Yeah, that's awesome. Go ahead and blast some goodies at said Seekers there. Orion is moving.
Ready for battle.
Start dealing with those guys there. We'll have the Spearmen take the line. And the Enigmas of Gairon can come on in. They're getting shot at by their towers. Which is something we can pretty easily deal with by sitting our mage over. Spear of Kurnos on the Dark Princes. You get too close, we can hit you with some real goodies there, buds. We'll send you out front. Because they want to be cheeky. Bring down that tower. And then we could go for the roots below there. Everyone up front's going to cause all sorts of problems until the reinforcements arrive. Gonna be a bit. Give them some more speed, make them unspottable. Mixing unstoppable and unspottable. They're definitely not the same. It would probably rather be one than the other. Go ahead and give these guys a real bad time. Because they kind of want to be cowards. Let's pray of Enethrame on these guys. Send all the archers up. Yeah, they are not sure what they want to do, and their cavalry will get destroyed if they get too close. Kind of funny watching Slaanesh get irritated. Alright, that tower's gone. Let's go after their next one up here. Array of Enethrame on these poor fools, and we'll have all of these archers here. Switch targets. A lot of enemies up front there. Didn't know that I had told these spearmen to actually charge into combat. I just told them to stand off to the side, but that also works. Go ahead and charge on into them there, Orion.
Yes, for the Ashley.
For Athaloran. That blinded ability is going to be an issue. But if we have all of our archers firing together on those Seekers of Slaanesh, they're thinking they're real brave coming on down. And no melee attack for you poor fools. Yeah, those other Seekers got absolutely annihilated. Take down this tower in the back here. We can heal up the troops afterwards, but it looks like they're doing just fine. Where's the tower at? Clearly I'm deficient. There we go, there it is. Oh, it's inside this area. You can't actually give the attack order. That's amusing. For Athaloran. Smash him. Give yourself some resistance as well. We'll have you kind of scoot up into this next area here. The allies have arrived. Love you just turn around and crunch this poor lord as she comes on in. Orion. Playing this zone here. You can even go for the heals on the Enigmas. Waste Stalker up this direction here. Give him some extra speed. Ryan, are you claiming the zone? Perfect.
To arms! Bring
You should
them
beat the
down!
brakes off of this Lures here. Great Stag versus Claw, or Crab Person. I don't even know what to hit you, but you didn't like it.
Glade Captain!
A stone cold sass our Glade Captain's throwing.
Waiting orders. By Ephua.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the plan is here for you guys.
Erase
Oh, although we've lost a good deal of our Wild Riders because they left them off on the side. Never mind. They've been absorbing those shots pretty well. A single unit fell. Do I feel foolish? Oh, absolutely. The final enemy lord is disintegrating, and that is indeed a decisive victory. Systematic slaughter of the Slaneshi. Get her. And in flies death. Even though our mage doesn't actually want to fight that one, we gave her the honor of bringing them down. Perfect. Well, that's the battle there. All right, only 5 fall into the conflict there. Perfect. Gave a good deal of gold from the win as well. We could just clear the Hearthland for a cool amount of gold, but we are going to go ahead and sack it first. Then occupy. Victory over Slaanesh. The seduced unit's budget is minus 50% for all of these Slaaneshi armies, which is going to basically make them incapable of seducing Orion's forces.
You have my spear.
Alright, well, we go ahead and occupy this Hearthwood for the same amount we would have normally.
In the woods. Orion!
And we repair the building and throw in the woodsman's hut, as well as our good old-fashioned trapper's den here for the replenishment.
God King.
Looks like the Slaaneshi corruption is going away very quickly. We just need to go and move to claim the Evershale as well. And then the Phoenix Gate will be the final settlement that we need to claim back in order to fix the Gain Veil. So no problem. Poor Finu also needs to be purged.
Guardian
We'll send Akka over there to help out with that.
ready to serve. Lord of the Forest.
See if the Aesir living there can actually hold their own for once. Shield of the Forest would work out for all of our infantry that get up to Gold Chevron. Resistance, melee defense, and armor. That all sounds fantastic. So we're going to grab the Shield of the Forest, and then we are going to come on back over and grab... We've got a lot of goodies. Yeah, let's go for his offensive dedication here.
I live to serve Ariel.
For Diliana, our Glade Captain. Grab the last point into Timbered Rigor and last point into the Endurance of the Oak. He's up at 6,000 health and pretty solid on both the attack and defense. Be good at dueling just about anyone.
Master of the Wild Hunt.
As long as they're not a legendary lord. Cersei, we could go for the points of a specialist here. That's that. Now we have even more gold than we did before. So I wouldn't be opposed to recruiting in another lord to assist Orion with the purge of the Gain Veil. We had some Wood Seers, which are kind of a new style unit here. Glamour Weaver. We had a few of those guys on in, but let's go ahead and grab ourselves an Ancient Tree Man. This is a unit type that we have not gotten to use at all. And the Wood Seers are simply Waystalkers, but the Lord form. Muster of Malevolence. Although I actually don't think they have missile attacks. These guys are fully wrong there. Definitely Waystalkers, but in wizard form. We've got the Muster of Malevolence. Just you drop on one character, so it's like a bound spell of Spirit Leech. Or the Resplendence of Luminescence. Giving everyone around him some more attack. That's pretty solid, and also dropping enemy spell resistance by 25% will allow us to beat the brakes off of Slaanesh. So, Isolel, welcome on in, sir. going to be expensive, but we're going to have you mostly wielding trees, as one would expect. So let's come on into global. Right, they're so expensive on global. We'll grab 4 dryads and then 3 treekin. Start. It'll be very expensive, but he'll come on in with a very potent force to start. Alright, Ancient Tree Man, we'll give you the ever reaching tendrils. What kind of skills you got as far as spellcasting? He's all lore of life. Really good to get the lore of Athaloran in the main game. Which is not the way just yet, though. Okay, I think we will start off with Inspiring Presence, Ever-Reaching Tendrils, and then we're going to want to make sure our branches are deadly. Ancient Bark is for the Tree Kin. Striking Branches for the Dryads? No. Swinging Boughs for the Dryads. Also no. Where are the Dryads at? Piercing Thorns. Weapon strength and melee attack up to 6. That's not great. Ancient Bark gives them resistance. Now that is good. Let's go for Ancient Bark. And then we can grab, possibly here, the Growth of the Forest, just to increase how fast the Veil is back, or upgraded. We're not giving this back to Alarielle. She has proven a weak defender of the forest. You can have Nagaryth. Nagaryth suits her. And I'll also allow her to claim, basically take the Phoenix Gate and give it to her, probably in response, or in return for an alliance of some kind.
Protector of Ulthuan.
Speaking of, Illyrian is looking to get a non-aggression pact.
Welcome. Time is precious, so please make your request.
Gold precious? I'll take it.
See to it.
We are kin, after all. We definitely don't want to fight with any of our
harmony
cousins here.
Yeah.
Even if Safri is where this all started from. With the addition of Nakari, they basically start off with this portion of the map corrupted by Slaanesh. And I think they are almost seducible by Nakari as well, which basically just forcibly vassalizes them.
Got it.
Okay, sweet. Well, we'll come on in down to Hawkland. Yeah, I mean, we're just waiting on everything to finish for one more turn. Go for an upgrade to Midland here, so we'll go for the Sculptor's Cavern as well as the Vineyard. We do the same thing over here at Black Pit. Vineyard is a bit of gold. Maxed Artisan's Nexus gives us a bit more control, which I think is a good call. From 4 to 6. More growth coming out of the Hunter's Vault. Let's go for the control that we get from the Artisan. And we'll also fix up Karak Buftar. Perfect, so walls and the Woodsman's Hut. Still have 1,000 too, which is nice. Awesome to see that the forests are nearing the ability to actually be healed, which is going to be an extreme advantage because we'll finally get Ariel. Once you heal the first forest, she spawns next to Orion.
Can I offer assistance?
Oh, we're good to go here.
These are dark times.
Skip on through me in the turn. Alright, the turn is again ours. Looks like Castle Carcassonne has finally been rebuilt. Icarid has become a creator.
Glade Lord,
Hold
at
on,
your
bud.
service.
Level is all filled up. And they have declared Wa, but who on? Looks like Kingsglade is the Wa target. That is horrifying. I mean, it's definitely a good idea to break them before they're able to build up. Yeah, but they've already got a lot of armored boys here. Rogueloods, Iron Orcs, Armored Orcs, Boar Boys as well, which pretty heavily armored. They actually have, is it bronze tier shields? Still 45%. And Doom Diver. The Wa brought itself some stone trolls. Man, that is lucky.
Lord
All
of
hands
the
on deck
Glade.
for defending the Kingsglade then. If we can catch them in an ambush, I still don't think we have a very good chance.
Your request is reasonable.
Not for all that's safe in our world.
Let's jump on. No, we're gonna stay in Castle Carcassonne.
Your orders are acceptable.
Vilgin,
The
we are
weight
going to
of
have to
trees.
upgrade her forces very quickly. So let's go ahead and grab. Definitely Nature's Quiver there for more range for all of our archers. Swift and Sturdy increases our riders' capabilities. Shields of the Forest for the front line. That looks great to me.
How can I assist you?
Atalanta is riding upon a eagle. We can give her the death from above, so she causes a terror when mounted on an eagle. And then all of our Hawk Rider units, I guess, would also cause fear if there were any. Having her cause terror is great, and then we'll go for the Violent Delights.
Waystalker.
Akka, we will give you 2 points in a specialist here, so we can keep assaulting garrison and units.
I weave the living forest.
I'd like you to get back down to the Kingsglade and prepare to recruit up. We'll have to jump back through to defend Volzanville. Things are getting real funky. Urthu's coming back to defend those. Hopefully he can help. He has Ariel. Why? How? He has no forests. Hopefully we're still able to get her. Since Durthu has apparently snatched up
Glade Lord.
the Queen of
at
the
your
Forest somehow.
service.
Alright, Daith. We need to bring you up to bring down
Seeking
Correct,
unseen
Izor next.
paths.
He is going to hide out in Zaraxil, but I think after dealing a bit of damage to him, he is still fighting off the undead as well, and he's going to want to
These are dark
try to
times.
maintain that battle.
The forest has
Fighting with
spoken.
us is not a good idea to do so. We're going to come up and around. I'm going to see the difference in
Going
punishment.
forth. Your orders are acceptable.
Lots of extra punishment. So in enemy territory, it is not reduced at all. Perfect.
Beginning my
But
journey.
around then, we will likely just raise Karekizor. Man, if we can bring it down, that's a nasty garrison. Force
Lord of the
Karekizor
Glade.
alone.
Growth and life.
Yeah, well, SFO also will buff up the garrisons you're having to face off against. In Radious, they seem to do it even more so. Alright, so with our newly gotten gains, we'll go ahead and grab the upgrade to the Hunter's Vault. Midnight we could take up to a tier 3, so we will do so. And now we're out of gold.
Orders?
Your orders are to try to hunt down this rebel force here.
No mercy.
Get to it.
Stop that.
It's like the Black Pit Orcs are back. Gives us a decisive victory with low casualties. Another one we'll go ahead and hand off to auto-resolve, because we have more important fights over in Ulthuan. We will once again abduct these captives, gain ourselves another Anvil Smith.
Anything is possible.
Get into
The forest.
march
has
into the Black Pit. Perfect.
You need me? Azray.
You relax. Let's grab the 2 points into Quartermaster. We'll likely grab the replenishment as well.
Proud son of Athel Lauren.
This Glade Captain is riding upon a Great Eagle as well. So they're with Fendel, that would make sense. So Death from above. All the extra flying ground terror bombs, and then 3 points into Violent Delights. Sounds good
Can
to
I
me.
offer assistance?
Atalanta also can get her Violent Delights finished up there. 756 on the weapon strength.
You called?
Flying ground on an eagle. Let's go for the Penumbral Pendulum for Ophiodi. On over towards the Pit of Shades here. Such a good spell. Alright, with a little bit more gold we can spend on the vineyard here at the Misty Hills. our income is just going to increase from here. As long as we can keep the orcs well away from our lands. We'll see. We're about to get real spicy. 4 turns before the Oak of Ages upgrades.
These are dark times.
We can grab the Cinnabar Mining Pit, Castle Carcassonne, and because I forgot about this area, we can't do anything else.
I acquiesce to your request.
It's just fine. Onward to battle. They are recruiting up another force over here in Torfindu.
Yes.
Let's just go ahead and assault their garrison. Just to make them concerned about leaving, and we'll just come on over here to attack the Phoenix Gate.
Protector of the forest.
If we can reach, which we absolutely can.
Fear no one.
Well done, buddy. Aka's so much better at this than the Chaos Dwarf heroes are. It failed so many times. Oh. Soulless ones with lances. Man, does everything Slanesh do blind you? Man. Their armies are going to be a nightmare. I understand why they are defeating Alariel so easily. That is a mostly defeated group. We will go ahead and sack first. Oh, we actually don't gain any extra movement. That's not fantastic, but we'll just claim it next turn and hand it off to Alariel.
Lord of the forest.
Alright, time to start passing off the Mentor there. Mentor in defensive. He's up to 59 melee defense, which is way better than normal.
God King of the Deepwood.
Nodon has not quite unlocked his Mentor either, so we continue to throw points into melee defense. Sweet. Up to 66. He is almost defending as well as some of the Dawi are. Oh, I love to see it. Can we send you out to steal some technology?
The wild hunt.
The answer is no. Grabbing the Game Lodge here would increase growth by an additional 10. Not all that worth. We want to make sure that Castle Carcassonne at least has its Game Lodge.
Proud son of Athel Lauren.
Gugu the Doombringer. We can go for the Glade instead. Which will be perfect. Unless we get into another battle, we won't be able to do any upgrading or recruiting of growth in all provinces. I think that's what we want to go for. Yeah. Growth in all provinces sounds great.
How can I assist you?
Ikarin, I'm going to bring you over to the Glade.
I commune.
Because we have the Azrai Armory now. I guess we can just have Vilgeon upgrade first. So instead of having these War Dancers, we will upgrade with Death Dancers, which are War Dancers, but better. They've got poison attacks. Try to actually compare there proper. They've got more armor, a little bit less leadership, melee attack, and defense at the moment, simply because they are not upgraded. Man, these are going to be better, so we'll go ahead and kick out our 3 War Dancers, or at least want to know how expensive the Death Dancers are to recruit. 900. Oh, we can grab 2 of them then. Take you 2 on out. Grab 2 Death Dancers for now. We can try to get into some more fights.
How can I assist you?
You can assist me by making me some more money. Looks like we are out of luck for that one. Just Ikarin.
Plague Lord, at your service.
And he is kind of chilling out and watching. Let's send Donis out to try to wound. Oh, we have no money.
Hidden harmony.
I'm not trading with the Dissenter Lords. A military alliance with Midland sounds good, though.
Approach us, friend, and make your offer.
Thank you, Toddy.
All right.
Shake you firmly by the hand. We actually have an outpost in for the Empire now, so if we really wish to, we can. So for Ikarin down here,
Can I offer assistance?
we can get some of these elite archers or gunners from the Empire. Or even just perhaps more armor-piercing units. Which they don't appear to have, unless we're using the Death's Heads, perhaps. Death's Heads handgunners have a pretty good range on them. Same thing with the Leopard Archers. Interesting. So if we compare Leopard Archers to Glade Guard, Glade Guard are better in every way. Yeah, maybe units from Midland aren't really needed right now then. Argwylan, however, we could get some Swift Shiver Deepwood Scouts. I think that would be a good call. So 2 of these Glade Guard, and go ahead and get the boot.
These are dark
Grab
times.
some of these guys. Not swordsmen, 2 Deepwood Scouts, thank you. That would be great.
Spellweaver.
Viljan can grab more of the EU now, too. So kick out these last War Dancers here. Grab 1B a unit of Death Dancers, and we have how much gold left? 1,000, so we can grab another unit of the Spear Death Dancers. See you ladies later, and we'll replace you with your upgraded counterparts. I've now lost them. Although, are Blade Singers better than Death Dancers? They don't have poison, but they have magical attacks and armor piercing. I think we are going to prioritize the armor piercing. We'll grab Blade Singers and the Death Dancer with spears. They actually have armor piercing, though. Okay, well, let's grab them on in. Yeah, that'll do. We're still making 1,000 next turn. The money is great. One more turn. Glixis has attacked Tor Sarar. Really? That's pretty petty of you. Devoted Marauders of Slanesh, they don't have very much armor. I think the Mirror Guard can be a problem, but as long as we can kind of keep... Lord, I think is going to beat us in the end, though. I'm so tempted to fight this one, though. It's not worth it, though. We can immediately, if they take down the settlement, we can just have our trees come up and deal with it. I don't even want to. What a weird choice.
Come! The beauty of Athel-Loren is seldom seen.
Hello,
by
Harriet.
outsiders.
Zafri would like military access. How about you deal with Slanesh first? Fine. That works for me. And Whistleland comes on over to face off against Grimhold again. Did you not learn from last time? This is a weaker army than last time. Sacrifices for Kurnos. And I am actually going to choose to release them. Maybe they'll learn their lesson. Sorcerer was sacked. Ambushers all over the place. Or his Light Dwarf was slain. Plagues are out, and the hunt has now slumbered once more, which is a bit sad, but I think we'll be fine even with Orion no longer juiced up. That's a lot of gore you're bringing on over here. Would be a shame if something happened to him.
Highborn.
Looks like they are probably in a bunch of ambushes. Or either that or Dirthu scared them off. You could just go ahead and stop fighting Corone. Help me out with the Granite Massif. That'd be fantastic. You just scoot on out there and crush a Glixis. Exactly. Exactly. Medium casualties, huh? Yeah, that's a stone cold lie. Let's get him. Alright. The duel between one purple horny man and a big angry tree is a go. We're gonna go ahead and start deployment. I'm actually gonna hide all of my units except for these guys out front in these trees. It's going to be ambush from the trees. Who would have seen it? Who would have seen it coming? I'm gonna bring these guys back a bit so they're not tripping the treekin as they walk in. And you can kind of walk up front as well. Who's gonna face off against our tree man here? It almost looks malevolent, but he is still of Athel-Loren for now. No demon trees here. Alright, well that's our that's not exactly what I wanted, but that's our units, and then let's get the battle started. Yes, you guys will present yourselves to the enemy, and we'll let everyone else kind of scoot up and around. 3-man, come on in. You're just gonna stand there, I'm gonna do this, so enjoy. Get awakened. Don't hurt you that much, but you're now much slower. Just want to fight the trees in the woods? Oh, they're very tired? Are you sure you don't want to fight the trees in the woods? It can't be that dangerous. Alright, turns out no. Oh, we send in the dryads. Three get behind. I'm gonna have all of them crush the mirror guard at first. Then from there we'll do the thing. Oh, mirror guard, you know not what approaches. Or it is death. We'll go ahead and slow both these units down. We should be able to hit both of them. Not gonna do much damage to the models. Oh, you poor fools. Here come the trees. Ripped into shreds. And then we can drop down a heal on all of my trees here. Keep the lore of life flowing. Oh yeah, no. It's a bad day for even the mirror guard. Physical resistance only works when your enemies aren't wielding magical attacks, which we all are. The whip. Only our dryads on the other side are really struggling. It's simply because they're fighting against Glixus there as well. You all have your targets, though. You can go ahead and drop down the Awakening of the Wood on these devoted Marauders to kind of weaken their health a bit. And if any of them are low enough on health, that will finish them outright. Fate from all who would worship Slanesh. And even over here, even though the trees are not necessarily winning, they're doing a pretty good job fighting against a Lord and another unit at the same time. Just drop down the heals once more here. Try to get different units this time. Pull these dryads out, let the other ones kind of fill in. All clumped up here. We'll go ahead and hit with a Awakening of the Wood. Once again, any of the Marauder units that were weak, that will just finish them off. And they're almost completely gone. Let's go ahead and charge back in on these Mirror Guard here. March to the angry trees. Not a lot of armor piercing from the Dryads, as we can see. They're having a hard time actually getting through the enemy. It's like I'm glad we have all the freak in here. Mirror Guard. Surround and destroy. Smashing them left and right. A bit more Awakening. They're enjoying it. We'll go ahead and heal this group up here. Get the big tree man out of the fight. We'll have all these little ones kind of file on in. You guys rush over and help out those other dryads there. The devoted marauders are already quite weakened. Just be a hawk on the back of the head to finish them off. That poor man lost his arm. Shield along with it. just when they thought they were safe. Get into the mirror guard though, they're no joke. Defending forever. Screech of all the trees. Oh, looks like they're broken. Went surrounded Glixus there. Not even our tree can have any armor piercing, so that's what's kind of slowing them down a bit. The ancient tree man, I believe, does not even have armor piercing damage. When we heal these guys up here, pull you away from the fight just for a moment. Actually, you can have you run off those marauders, Slanesh. That works for me. You the same. Alright, Mirror Guard are broken. Come on over here and duel with the Glixus. Let the Dryads finish off the end of the last of these guys here. I don't think they're coming back, but we'll see. We'll see. Well, that didn't work out. Suddenly tree. Yeah, they're broken. Chase them off. Surrounded by trees on all sides. What now, buddy? I think in a straight up duel he would still win against my tree man. With all the help. Makes things quite a bit easier for us. Right, one of you turn back around to help out these Dryads. Who seem to be struggling. Speed things on up. 3 seconds before the heal. Drop that down on everyone fighting with the Lord here. Freaking can drag themselves on over to help out the Dryads. That we should not have trusted. Just keep knocking guys off their feet is really all we need. Be a slow grind for the rest of them. We'll go ahead and speed things on up, and that's the victory. Being in March stance, there is no surviving. Alright, well, Glixus and his boys showing that you really do need armor piercing to bring down the Warriors of Chaos, otherwise you're going to take a lot of damage. We will go ahead and... Ooh, tough call. I think we'll go ahead and just kill the captain for the extra experience. War Dancer Drummer awarded us for winning a battle. And then if we can get him just into enemy territory, Akka likely cannot assault the garrison again. We can. Just weakening Torfinu down to nothing. That was because there was already no one there.
If the forest wills it.
Okay. I think we will keep him on the garrison and unit assaulting duty there. Using them to attack the really, really heavily guarded garrisons is probably a really good idea.
You have my blessing.
Orion moving in. We will auto-resolve this once more here, smushing even more of the seducers, and then we will claim the Hearthland. Perfect. Gain a Forest Spirit, and the Phoenix Gate is secure.
Yes.
We defend it with Wild Riders and Deepwood Scouts. Actually, pretty good defenders. Let's see if Alariel would like the gate back.
Welcome in my court.
Or a defensive alliance. Perfect. This would allow her to actually be in our land, too.
The time is now.
I accept we are kin. We should work together to fight the forces of chaos. We've already freed your veil, so with the gold that we just gained from you, let's go ahead and put in a new outpost here with Avalorn. He's already got access to the Sea Elf War Dancers. The Tracian Hunters, Rangers, White Lions of Trace. I am here for the White Lions, the War Lions of Trace, and that's about it. So let's go ahead and construct this outpost on up. In Tordranil.
Trained by the White Tower.
Where is the most defended settlement here? On Lek, which already has a Ivres. Fortunate. We could throw one in at the Phoenix Gate.
All are welcome in my
Which wouldn't
court.
actually give us any useful units until the tier 2. Once you hit tier 2, you're able to actually grab her global recruitment. So actually, we are going to put one in at the Phoenix Gate, add our defenders to it as well. Doesn't give us any units to immediately start there, but as soon as we get that, like I said, up to tier 2, we should be able to start recruiting in anything that comes through her global recruitment. Perfect. Last I want to come back and grab the Evershale here. We will take a bit more attrition, being in corrupted lands.
You have my spear. I will grant your request.
Because we claimed the settlement, we can't move further.
I will make it so.
That is just fine. Grab the Ward of Hoeth for you, as well as Bottomless Quiver. Make sure you're firing arrows as long as you can.
Lord of the Forest.
And then Circe, we can grab the final point into Awakening of the Wood. I didn't realize that one hadn't been finished off. And then Specialty as well. Specialist. Alright, once again, we've got a good deal of gold here, but I want to make sure we're spending it on upgrading our soldiers where we can. Since our global is ready to be utilized again, let's come on in with the tree man here. Yes, lol. Yes, he's going to have mostly a tree-themed army, but I don't mind giving him units from Midland as well. Oh, interesting. Can't recruit any of these guys? I thought we could. Okay, that's fine. We'll go to our Arguilan then. They've got no archers with their tree kin here, so I think we'll grab. Surprisingly enough, Arguilan is not focusing on trees. I think the best way to help bring down Slanesh is going to go for the Glade Guard with Hagbane tips. Slow them down, and we can poison them as well. Oh yeah, we can definitely give him some Enigmas of Gyron. Sweet. Zotes and trees working together. And that'll be what the final army is for that one. Combination of those Zotes and trees. Before we upgrade the Gain Veil, let's come on back over.
Glade Lord, at your service.
To the King's Glade, where we can finally upgrade the Canopy of Ish here, or Forest Health per turn, which I think we were already getting. Corruption in adjacent provinces, as well as more recruit rank for all of our spell singers.
Highborn.
And I think Igor can handle this army no problem. We should have one more
Your orders
one more battle for this episode here. Onward to crushing Farmgu the Blightheart. Oh, they sticking in a fight. Oh, just kidding. One more battle? Nah. If it lets me auto-resolve that one with this few casualties, we are going to take that 100% of the time. And then we will turn around with our newly abducted captives. Free all the way back home. That works out even better than I expected.
Glade Lord. How can I assist you?
Now we've got all
Orders?
the gold. Let's give you the points into Endeavor so you move quite quickly. Let's grab all of his passive bonuses that we're missing out on here. So melee attack and melee defense for Loak and Call of the Woods.
Lord of the Glade.
Into Saleya, she is upon a Great Stag. Shadow's Coil when not using a mount. Where's my Great Stag? There we go, Strider. Perfect. Completely ignoring all of the rain penalties is great. We'll grab Timbered Rigor as well, because it's a buff to both melee attack and defense.
Azray.
Donos will grab the last mobility and boost income. And I think speed is the way to go for you.
Spellweaver.
And honestly, we can come on in here and get Viljan's forces looking even more dangerous. Get herself some Sisters of the Thorn, which we will absolutely be doing. They have less range than the Glade Riders. I'm going to remove all of our Glade Riders, in fact, and replace them with Sisters of the Thorn. Yoink, yoink, yoink. You also get some Wild Riders of Kurnos, which will be incredible. Armor piercing on our cavalry, which we will want to trade out whatever Orion's rolling with immediately with these guys. Oh man, I mean, we also got some great Stag Knights. The upgrades to our armies are going to be needing to come as quickly as we can. In the meantime, we just have one more of these War Dancers. Let's go for a unit of Death Dancers. Unit of Wildwood Rangers. What's the difference in their stats? Death Dancers are better in absolutely every way. These guys just have armor piercing and sundering, which is fairly useful. Let's grab a unit of them for their armor piercing and sundering. But never mind, we already got sitting here looking at 2 of them. Dancers it is. Wait, we could go through Global to grab the Glade Guard that we need. Which would likely just be a combination of Starfire and Hagbane. He's already got pretty incredible cavalry and infantry. We could go for upgrading these Wild Riders too. How much more recruitment do we have here? Vilgen is the only one that's able to do this at the moment, so want to make sure we can capitalize when we can. It'd be foolish not to grab these Hunters Infernos. They cost almost nothing. $109. Man, are they dangerous. 108 speed on an armor-piercing cavalry. We're acting like Slanesh now. Vilgen, the horrifying.
How can I assist you? Kindred, to battle!
You can assist me by surrounding the Karak Izor. We're actually going to set up some siege towers. We'll wait the turns for these siege towers to be built, and then that will likely
Destroy
be
them!
the beginning of our next episode. But for now, I am out of time for today. I have been Space Wizard War. Remember to leave a like for the Light God and a sub for the Sub Phone. I'll see you on the next one.